Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your..."
I find it interesting that God would divide the way you can love Him in three different ways. Let me interpret this as the way I see it. Well, you have your physical, that's your heart. You have your spiritual, that's your soul. You have your mental, that's your mind. Now, some translations say understanding. That sounds like the way that an intelligent person would describe it, but it's still your mind. There are different types of love mentioned in the Greek language that to me never really transitioned themselves to the English language. It's like the Greeks actually knew different loves. The Greeks had 4 distinct types of love. Storge, which is affection for love for like parents and stuff. Then there is Phillia, which is mental love, like when 2 geeks find a fondness for each other. Heck, this could be like bro love. You know, it's like mental in nature.
"Oh, dude, you like Thor? Well, I like Thor too. Let's go hang out together. What do you say?" "I admire your brain. It's so big and round."
Then, of course, there is Eros. Waka-cha-bonka, bonka-cha-bang, bang, waka-cha-waka-waka, bang, bang. This is one everybody loves, where you like her or him because you get this weird feeling and it drives you crazy. Then there is, of course, agape, love unconditionally. Love where it is love unexplained, love that is spiritually. Greeks called love that is fulfilling, agape. The love which makes other loves obsolete. I bring this up because our society seems to forget that both men and women need more than just physical love to establish a relationship. Let me tell you something. That hot girl and guy is going to get old and ugly, and you really need to find another connection other than a place to put your body parts. Then there is those who think just because you have found someone into art that you have found your true love. Well, one of these days the physical is gonna come up, and you better be able to mate with them without throwing up, or you're gonna hurt that relationship. You know, unless you're into that kind of thing. Yuck. Well, there you have it. There's 4 loves that we know about. You say, Poxy, you just have complicated love. Well, yeah. But if you knew this before, you might not have married that wrong person. And of course, you could say, well, I think that person is hot, but do we have a mental connection? Or you might say, do we have a spiritual connection? If the answer is no, it might be a good idea not to marry. But do not take my word for it. Just look at the divorce rate in this country. You say, but Poxy, my dad and my mom had nothing in common. My next question will be, were they happy? I doubt it. I have met men who spend more times in the cold garage than in a warm house with their wife in their latter years. I know I do not want to spend my life with someone I cannot stand. I want my wife to be my best friend as well. Okay, now that I've covered the 4 different loves, I'm not only cute and fluffy, but I'm educational as well. I thought I would rant a little bit about you Eros people. Not everyone is aroused by pretty girls or long legs. Some of us have to be romanced a little, and that is because we are more filious in nature. We have to be courted intellectually and have to be mentally stimulated to get our interest, just because some of us have to be with someone who can keep our interest or intellectually equal does not make it wrong. That is just the way it is. The same goes for you philos. Should not condemn Eros people just because someone wants to be with someone they want to put an arm around. The most important thing is finding that spiritual love, agape. I mean, what will it gain a man if he owns the world but loses his soul? One time in your life, you may find that big money, big boobs, big butts, big hair don't matter. What matters is a spiritual connection or the love with sacrifice. You'll find sometimes that true love involves sacrifice. Sacrificing your happiness, your money, your life, and this is what we call true love. The problem with modern love today, it has no sacrifice. Women who party all day and leave their children at home, or people who will not give up their sexual fetish or their lack of sex. at all for sacrifice. In this generation of me, there is no time for true love. And that is why you do not have true love, because you're not willing to work for it. True love agape is not a feeling. It is not a mental epiphany. It is a journey through life where you, the believer or lover, has to actually take the first step. You're not going to get there by being selfish and lazy. You have to be willing to take that step yourself.